Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Don't buy me any chocolate from the shop. If it's in the house, I eat it.
Okay.
He didn't buy me chocolate. I honestly don't care what we watch. Put on anything you like.
Okay.
Match of the day.
You've put the football on. Don't order me any takeaway. I'm not hungry.
Okay.
You didn't get me anything. Please don't tidy up. Let me do it.
Okay.
Of course he let me tidy up. Of course he let me tidy up. Again, tidy up. I like tidying up.
And once again, the audacity of men to not be mind readers is unbelievable. And don't even try to use that poor excuse, well, I don't know how to do it. If you wanted to, you would. Put some effort into it. Go on TikTok, find yourself a life coach or a whatever manifesting coach or some other lunatic, because there's plenty of them on TikTok, and learn how to do it.
Subtle signs that men miss that she's trying to use you. Number one, flattery to get favors. And it sounds something like this. You're such an amazing man. It's amazing to have finally met you in my life. Can you help me with XYZ? Number two, vague promises with no follow through. And it sounds something like this. I will totally make it up to you next time. And then she never actually follows up or follows through. Number three, leveraging your innate tendency as a man to save her. And it sounds something similar to, I'm so lucky, I don't really know how I would ever manage without you. But at the end, never makes an effort to reciprocate or offer help to you in her own ways. Trust me, it's intentional.
And a bunch of men will be okay with that as long as they're getting any. And they don't expect any help in return from her. They have their friends if they need help. Regardless, I get your point, I really do. But those are not really subtle signs. They might be for the type of men who always get taken advantage of, but they're probably so lost even if you tell them these subtle signs, they'll still refuse to see them.
I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but it's basic evolutionary psychology, and every woman should know this. When a man goes on a first date, you know what's going on in his head? He's asking himself, is this a short-term mate or a long-term mate? Of course, he doesn't use those words. He's asking himself, am I going to have sex tonight or meet my wife?
Why would you get a lot of hate for saying something funny? Even if you didn't meant it to be funny, it still is. When a man goes on a first date, so all men, are we really gonna pretend we never heard of players or F-boys? You really think they also gonna put you in two categories? Something easy or something long term? Did you ever consider taking your evolutionary psychology courses from some other places than girl-only weekly seminars?
Yesterday, I was the lucky receiver once again of the question, why are you still single? So to help myself and to help you, I have devised 3 creative answers. Here we go. Number 1, I recently started identifying as a brain-eating zombie. This does tend to scare people away, and the ones that tend to stick around, they seem to not stay alive for very long. Number 2, oh no, you're getting me wrong. I am actually in a very committed relationship with my business coach, myself, my dog, my best friends, and I'm loving it. And number 3, the good old turnaround. Why am I not in a relationship? Why are you in a relationship? Are you okay?
They're probably better than you. But what's up with all these weird answers? What happened with I'm being single because I know my worth and value? What happened with I'm single because I have boundaries and I refuse to settle? What happened with I'm single because I started decentering men from my life? Or the best one, you all say I'm single because I'm happier being single.
I feel like we're all old enough and wise enough to know this by now, but the idea that older men are biologically determined to be attracted to only younger women as a matter of fertility and producing offspring is absolute bollocks. Hi, if this is your first time seeing me, I'm Katie, your friendly neighbourhood social scientist and host of the History podcast, Who Did What Now? I just had a man try to argue with me that older men who focus on dating young women and girls are not in fact predators, they're just victims of biology. His argument being that it's a matter of fertility and it's about producing as many healthy heirs and offspring as possible. But from a biological perspective, this simply does not make sense. See, we know that it's not the eggs that degrade in quality over time, but the sperm. And so from their mid-30s, men are producing lower quality sperm, which just gets worse over time. But the quality of eggs produced are typically consistent. And if this is specifically about fertility, and it is biologically innate, then men would only be stimulated and aroused and attracted to their partners during that 7-ish day period of their cycle in which they are fertile. So to conclude, it's not about biology, you're just a creep.
Yes, I am, but unfortunately, you're still wrong. And not that I'm not ready to take biology classes from a sociologist or a social scientist, but I think I would rather have heart surgeries performed by a dentist. You would think that the least a social scientist could do is ask a doctor, or pick up a biology book, or even go online and maybe do an online search before spewing crap on the internet, but in the end, the only credentials you have is for being a TikToker.
I think a lot of men are failing to understand that women don't want boyfriends. If I wanted a boyfriend, I could go out onto the street right now and come back with 5. Finding a boyfriend is not hard. Finding a partner, completely different story. And I think the problem is women are allowed to have bank accounts and credit cards and go to school and have careers and choose if and when we reproduce. So we are no longer shackled by raising children. Our lives have gotten exponentially better in the last 100 years. How have men progressed? It used to be that they brought money to the table, they provided for the family, they did all of these things. I have my own money. What can you give me now? Women want partners. We want people that are going to come into our lives, not only meet us where we're at, but push us to be better.
How can you even get any better when you're all these perfect beings that men cannot even get to your level, so they'll have to live in your shadows for the rest of your life? It's so easy to get a boyfriend. Nah, I'm pretty sure you wanted to say it's so easy to get someone to sleep with you. It's so easy to get a boyfriend but not a partner. I think I'm lost in translation because I fail to see the difference.
Okay, this might sound stupid or like borderline offensive, but it's a genuine question and I genuinely want to know. How come we have a term for when a woman dates a man for money, like just for his money, like gold digger? Why do we have that? But we don't have a term for men who date women only for their looks and their bodies. It's a genuine question. I'm not trying to start something, I'm genuinely curious.
Because everyone is dating only if they find the other person attractive. I do it, you do it. When you ignore all that and you live and date a gremlin for his money and just because of his money, that's why there's a term for that.
The realization on women's faces when they finally really realize how evil men are and how much they don't like women is kind of similar to the look that you see on a child's face when you first tell them that the tooth fairy isn't real. I know that I'm not the only woman out there on earth right now that feels very, very discouraged and disappointed in the male population.
Of course, you're not alone. There's quite a few of you. I already posted this the other day, so I'm gonna make it quick. 57% of liberal women answered yes when asked if a doctor or a healthcare provider told them that they have a mental health condition. I know, right? 57%. That's not just terrible, it's scary, because that means the other 43% lied.
Are there any girls out there that dated like the nice boy, maybe in their like late teens, early 20s, and you literally treated them like absolute shit? Like you used to tell all your friends like, oh, they're just like too nice, and like you wanted like the bad boy because they were like more exciting. Girls, don't you wish you could have those boys back in your life now?
They probably do, and I know you do, but the question is, do they want you now, or did they maybe learn their lesson?
I just want you to pick one of these numbers. And whichever number you pick, that's the prize you'll be getting. Go ahead. 3. Are you sure? Yes. You can change your mind. 3. This one? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. You gotta hug.
Well, now the question is, was she lucky or was that the worst luck ever? But anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.